can't believe Chim would leave me out in the desert like this. I gotta find water. Is that water? The water? No, no! That's not water! Oh, it hurts! No!
Hey, what's going on, Torches? It's Jimmy Saphir, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. This mod is called the Enviromine mod, and this mod is for anyone out there who thinks that normal Minecraft is just not difficult enough. This is sort of a hyper-realism type of a Minecraft mod, and it adds, as you can see, 4 new bars down in the bottom left and bottom right of my screen. Each one of those are, and I'll start on the left side. The top one is temperature, the bottom one is hydration, on the right side we have air quality, and then on the bottom one below that is sanity. So I'm just gonna talk about each of these hopefully as best as I can. So the first one is temperature, and the way that this works is there's 2 bars on the sort of multicolored bar there. The one with the 2 dots to the left of the one to the left, basically the bar to the left, is essentially the current temperature of the climate that you are in. The sort of solid bar, the white bar, is your actual body's temperature. So as you can see, they're both fairly close right now. I am a little bit warm, which is why you see some little water droplets on the screen there. I'm actually sweating, which is kind of cool. So your character does sweat if he's a little bit warm. And each sort of biome has its own temperature. So if you were in the a snowy biome or the taiga biome, the temperature would get really low and you can actually freeze to death. And vice versa, if you're in the desert, as you can see here, it gets a bit warmer, as it should. So as soon as I went from this biome here, I'm currently in a plains biome right now. We jump into the desert biome, you'll see that little 2 dot bar on the temperature gauge jump up. So I'll show you guys once again. It goes down and goes up. Now, because it's higher than my current body temperature, you'll see that white bar slowly start to move towards the 2 dot bar over time. And if you're running around in the desert, it'll increase your body temperature quite a bit. Now, other things that can affect your body temperature are water. If you jump into a body of water, you'll actually start to cool down a bit. And if you stand near something like lava, you'll see the closer I get to lava, the more that temperature, that 2 dot bar temperature goes up. So it just jumped way up there, and now it's really, really, really high. Now, what's crazy, if you actually want to get super warm, you can put on iron armor. Iron armor actually heats you up. So if I go ahead and throw on some iron armor here, if you watch down in the bottom here, you'll see that this bar, the temperature bar, starts to go up the more armor I put on. You can see it increasing there. Now, before, the desert temperature was about right here. If I step in the desert with all my iron armor on, you can see that it gets excruciatingly hot. The temperature bar actually jumps all the way to the top, and eventually, the longer I stand here, my body will basically in temperature rise to that temperature, and I will probably burn to death. Now, the other thing that is affected by this, and this is sort of where all of this mod sort of ties in, is that the hydration meter down there is going down faster now because I'm in the desert and I am extremely hot. I'm wearing all this armor. Before I talk about that, I want to show you guys something kind of hilarious. So if your body temperature gets too high, you can actually spontaneously combust. And a really easy way of doing this is just taking your iron armor, wearing iron armor, and stepping right near lava. And the higher that my body temperature gets, the faster that this will happen. I'm not super hot right now. I may actually have to go into survival mode to show you guys this. So game mode S, so let's do that. Let's see here. I won't need to actually stand by it, but my temperature is going to increase. I believe once it gets, like over 80 or something, 80 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. Yep, there we go. You just spontaneously burst into flames, and it is advised to, jump into some water and cool down. And as you can see, the both meters down there are telling me, warning, warning, you're gonna die here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this iron armor. That is just sort of how the temperature works. And if I were to jump in the water down here, you guys will see that this will actually lower my body temperature. it starts to bring it down, which is quite helpful. There are other ways to lower your body temperature, and some of that has to do with hydration. But I'm going to show you guys here what the hydration, how this works. So right now I'm currently in creative mode, so I'm not going to be affected by this or hurt by it. All of these bars still move the same way, whether you're in survival or creative mode. But it's basically just dependent on whether you're in survival mode, and you'll take that damage effectively. So right now I'm at like less than 1% of water. Now, at this point I will probably start basically dying of thirst. My hearts will start going down. One way you can drink water is to openly click on any source of water with your open hand. And as you can see here, I drank a little bit of water, I drank a little bit more. But the more effective way to do this is to actually carry water bottles around. Now, each water bottle replaces about 25% of your hydration meter. So if I go ahead and drink this, it should bump that up, to about 43. So it's definitely useful to carry water bottles around and keep your hydration meter as full as possible. Now, there are a couple different types of water because you do need to be careful where you fill up. So most bodies of water will give you just like a normal just water bottle. It's called water bottle. But if you, like there's dirty water bottles, salt water bottles, and cold water bottles. I believe if you filled up your water bottle in a swamp biome, it's going to give you dirty water, and if you drank this, it would put a poisoned effect on you. Salt water is obviously if you fill it up in an ocean or something like that, and a cold water bottle is I think if you fill up in like a taiga biome or something. Now all of these can be basically brought back to the normal water bottle state. If you were to take the salt water bottle or the dirty water bottle and put them into a furnace, you can smelt this down and sort of distill your water, and it will change the dirty water to regular water, which makes it much better to drink. And the same goes for the salt water. So let me go ahead and grab this. See, this is now a water bottle, and you can do this as well. Now, the cold water bottle, it actually has an advantage in a place like the desert. It's not recommended that you drink this in an already existing cold biome because it will lower your body temperature, and you don't want your body temperature to get lower in an already cold place. But let's say that I'm out here in the desert, my body temperature is very, very high. Let me throw this armor back on to increase my body temperature once again, and we'll get this guy going up to, let's bring it up to like, I don't know, 70, 73 or 75, somewhere around there. And if I drink this cold water bottle, it will actually, you'll see it drop my body temperature, which is kind of handy. So if I go and drink this now, you watch the white bar down there in the temperature, it lowered my body temperature down about 10 degrees. It's gonna keep going up, of course, because you're still in a hot biome, but that is where the cold water bottle comes in handy. So that's kind of neat. And let's see here, you can also, if you have sort of a bucket full of like dirty water or something like that, you can place it in a cauldron over a flame like this, and then if you were to basically take water out of that, you will get normal normal water, which is another way of essentially purifying your water that may be unsuitable to drink. So another thing you can do, if you have a water bottle and you want some cold water bottles, but you don't have a source of cold water readily available, you can actually combine your water bottles with snowballs, and that will give you a cold water bottle here. Another crafting recipe that this mod adds is kind of random. It has nothing to do with the 4 bars you see down here, but you can actually craft saddles in this mod, which is kind of nice. And it's basically, the leather in the shape of a hat, and then 2 iron ingots below that, and you will get yourself a saddle. So that's kind of cool. So that covers both the temperature and the hydration. What I want to show you guys now is both the air quality and the sanity. So air quality is affected sort of based on, it usually only affects you if you're underground. And then we'll talk about physics later too, because there's also some physics mechanics in this mod as well, which is really cool. So as you can see, the top bar on the right down there is actually going down right now. We're at 96% and going down. That is because we have come down and we are in a cave, and the air quality, the oxygen level down here is much lower. Up top on the surface, it is at 100%. If I continue to go further into this mine, this will continue to drop, And once you get really, really low, you'll actually start to suffocate and die. So you need to be very careful. But if I jump all the way down here, you'll see that the oxygen quality is pretty poor. And for some reason, it's actually not decreasing right now. But I think if I were to be in survival mode, let me go back up. It may actually just sort of stop itself there. Is it going up? Nope, it's going down. But anyways, the further down you get, the less oxygen you will have. Now, also, and this sort of coincides with caves and the nighttime, is the sanity meter. And the sanity meter right now is, for me, is not at 100%. If I jump all the way down here and I'm near all these mobs, and it's really dark and spooky, you'll see that the sanity meter starts to drop down. Now there's 3 tiers of sanity. Tier 1, you start to hear noises. Tier 2, you start to get nauseous. And tier 3, you get inflicted with random blindness. So this can happen at night, and it can also happen down in the dark depths of the caves. So there are some ways to combat this, and to combat both the oxygen quality and the sanity, and that is with leaves and flowers. So if you find yourself in a cave and the oxygen quality is really, really low, one thing you can do is actually put leaves down, and those leaves will sort of transfer, the carbon dioxide into oxygen, and that will start to increase the air quality closer to those leaves. So I'm gonna come over here, and let's go into here. And if I start placing these leaves down right here, and I step near these leaves, you'll see that my oxygen quality is starting to increase. So we're at 71%, going up to 72. So that is a good way to sort of get more oxygen back. Now, if I jumped all the way down here and let my sanity start to decrease, and if we spawn in a bunch of zombies, I think that might increase it as well, or increase the speed at which it slows, or it goes down. Maybe not. But it's going down slowly. I think if I was in survival mode, it would start going down quite a bit faster, but I'm totally surrounded right now and I would completely die. However, if I want to increase my sanity, I can basically, I can place these flowers down. Why can't I place flowers down here? Come on. What? Can I not place flowers here? Okay, hold on. Let me try with this. Why can't I place flowers? There we go. I guess they needed light or something. And you'll see the sanity, now that I have these flowers placed, the sanity is going up, and we're back to 100% sanity, even though I'm surrounded by all these creepy zombies. So that is sort of how you combat the sanity issue. Now, the last thing I'm gonna talk about is the physics. And when you're in a cave, you actually need to worry about cave-ins, because some blocks have a physics property that causes them to drop, much like sand or gravel. Now, if I sort of hit some of these blocks, this might actually happen. Like this block just fell there, and you gotta be careful because sometimes you can have a full cave-in. Let me see if I can get this to happen somewhere. Basically, I just need to try and sort of update these blocks here and see if I can get something to happen. But ideally, you want to sort of take down the supports, and I had actually, to be honest, I'm not having it happen right now. But to be honest, a lot of these blocks right here were from cave-ins while I was building this this little pathway down here, just to show you guys. So I had an easy way to get down into my mine to showcase this mod. But a lot of these blocks actually were falling, and so I'm going to show you guys how this works in terms of building, and as well as just basic sort of general physics for these blocks. So certain blocks have different sort of physics properties here, and I'm gonna freaking, that thing is bugging me, the blinking water hydration thing down there. So let me increase my hydration. Come on. There we go. Lower my body temperature a bit too. Yay. Okay. So I've got some bricks and some oak wood planks here. Now the oak wood planks, they hang out two blocks this way. They hang out safely without falling. Unfortunately for bricks and most other materials, they fall right away. And as you can see, as soon as I place these here, they start falling down. Now I can sort of build with this. If I built up a structure like this, oh wait, I guess that's not working. Never mind. I tried this earlier and it was doing it. But yeah, I guess building with bricks is pretty useless. You can build houses, you can build structures, but it does become more difficult. Going 3 blocks out is going to drop the whole stack here. So if I go 2, that is the best way to do that. And if I put another support up here, then I can continue building. Okay, or not. Why is it doing this? Hello? I was trying to experiment with this earlier and it was driving me crazy because I could not figure it out. Okay, there we go. So something is weird here, but dang it! Yeah, you're gonna have to like sort of basically make supports before you build with your blocks, and that's sort of how you're gonna have to create sort of structures with this mod. So it is a bit more realistic. Now I finally have figured it out here. If you were to go 3 blocks away, I don't think it can carry that far. Yeah, it doesn't look like it can carry that far. So you need to go 2 blocks away with wood in order to basically start building your structure. And sometimes you have to be quick like that. They will still fall, but if you're quick, you can actually build with those. And then of course you can, still put your windows in or whatever you want to build. But that is sort of the physics properties of that this mod adds into Minecraft. And yeah, guys, so that is the Enviromine mod. It's a very realistic mod for Minecraft. Equipped with 4 new bars, along with hunger and health. You now have temperature, hydration, oxygen, and sanity. So thank you guys so much for watching this mod review. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Ratings are always appreciated and they definitely help me out. And make sure you subscribe as well if you're new to my channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.